Ella Montgomery, the daughter of a self-made billionaire, grew up surrounded by luxury, but there was one person who had always been by her side, not because of her wealth, but because of their deep connection. Ryan Davis, an orphaned son of her father's chauffeur from a very poor background. Their bond started when they were children, playing in the sprawling estate of the Montgomery family. What began as simple childhood friendship slowly blossomed into something deeper as they grew older. Through every milestone, every challenge, Ella and Ryan were inseparable. Their love was quiet, unspoken for years, but undeniable. Now adults, they realize they've fallen in love with each other. It should be the beginning of their happily ever after, but there's a huge obstacle standing in their way. Henry Montgomery. Ella's father, Henry, a man who built his wealth from the ground up, holds traditional values about class, family, and the legacy he's worked so hard to create. He cannot, and will not, accept that his daughter, the heir to his fortune, would want to marry someone from such a humble background. To him, Ryan is nothing more than a reminder of the social divide he's worked his whole life to escape. When Ella and Ryan confess their feelings for one another, Henry's response is harsh. He forbids the relationship, insisting that his daughter deserves someone who shares her level of status and success. He can't fathom the idea of his daughter marrying a man who isn't part of their world, someone who didn't come from the same circle of influence. He believes Ryan is unworthy of Ella, and he makes it clear that there is no future for their love. The rejection stings, but Ryan doesn't back down. He is not the kind of man to give up, especially when it comes to love. He loves Ella with all his heart, and he knows he has the potential to build something great, not just for himself, but for the woman he loves. Fueled by this determination, Ryan sets out on a path of self-improvement. He throws himself into his work, takes risks, and pursues opportunities to build his own wealth and reputation. Ryan's journey is not easy. He faces setbacks and doubts, but with each challenge, he grows stronger, more confident, and more capable. He starts his own business, works tirelessly to expand it, and begins to make a name for himself in the business world. Slowly, he gains the respect of his peers, and his reputation as a hard-working, successful entrepreneur begins to spread. But despite all his progress, there's still one hurdle left to conquer: Henry's approval. Meanwhile, Ella is torn between the man she loves and her loyalty to her father. She watches Ryan struggle to prove himself, but her heart aches as she's caught between two worlds. She loves Ryan deeply, but the weight of her father's expectations hangs over her, making her question everything. As Ryan grows into the successful man he always knew he could be, Ella becomes more and more conflicted. She cannot deny her feelings for him, but her loyalty to her father makes it hard for her to fully embrace their future together. After years of hard work, Ryan finally reaches a point where he's not just wealthy, but respected. He's a man who has earned his place in society. One day, he receives an invitation to meet with Henry Montgomery. It's a pivotal moment. Ryan knows this could be his one chance to prove that he's more than just the chauffeur's son. He has worked for this moment his entire life. The meeting takes place in Henry's grand office, surrounded by the polished elegance of the Montgomery Empire. Ryan walks in, dressed in a tailored suit, his posture confident and dignified. But it's not the money or status he's come to flaunt. It's his character and the love he has for Ella that he's here to prove. Henry, ever the businessman, is reserved, sizing up Ryan as he speaks. Ryan doesn't start with pleasantries. Instead, he speaks from the heart. He tells Henry that he didn't come here to demand anything, but to show that he's earned his place, not just through wealth, but through hard work, integrity, and love. He admits that his love for Ella is not about status or power, but about a deep, genuine connection that has stood the test of time. Ryan's words aren't just about love, they're about the principles he's built his life on. He's not the boy who grew up with nothing. He's a man who has earned everything he has. He doesn't need Henry's approval to know he's worthy of Ella, but he believes that he can prove to Henry that his love for her is real and deserving of respect. Henry listens intently, and for the first time, there's a flicker of something in his eyes, something that resembles recognition. Ryan isn't just a man who wants to marry his daughter, he's a man who has proven himself in every way. But Henry is still a father, protective of his daughter's future, and his pride as a father makes it hard for him to fully let go of his reservations.